This is fair use, fair use. I do not get paid or benefit from none of these videos. According to the Act 1976 Act, this is only for educational purposes only. So, thank you.
Urging Americans in 14 countries in the Middle East to leave the region immediately. Many, including a couple from Cincinnati currently stranded in Dubai, are finding that's easier said than actually done. They told me today they are looking at every possible option to get back home here to their 3 kids, in a story you'll see only on Local 12 News. These 4 couples from Cincinnati traveled to Dubai expecting to be there for 4 days. They're now trapped in a war zone with no idea when they'll be able to leave.
Everyone's like, oh, they're going to help you. They're going to help you. Like, nobody's helping us. Nobody's saving us but God.
Kiara Jones' husband, Tony, was on a boat Saturday night when he shot this video of what appears to be a missile flying through the Dubai sky. They were on the water celebrating what was supposed to be the final night of their trip.
That was a little nerve-wracking because now we don't know what this means, right? This has all hit us in a matter of seconds. Yeah. We didn't know that there was a conflict going on, right? We're out here having a good time, and all of a sudden we're in the middle of a war.
The return flight the next day was quickly canceled. The ongoing conflict in the Middle East has left airspace in much of the region closed indefinitely.
They rebooked us for the 6th, which would have been this Friday. Then they canceled that, rebooked us for the 9th, canceled that, rebooked us for the 10th, canceled that, rebooked us for the 11th.
The couple spent hours on the phone with United Airlines Wednesday. They were told if they can get out of the Middle East, the airline will get them home. So they bought one-way tickets to Amsterdam for this coming Monday, but there's no guarantees.
As of today, the Dubai International Airport just closed until the 7th. So it's like if we look up our flight that we booked this morning, you can't even see it.
Whenever Tony and Kiara get home, their 3 kids will surely be happy to see their mom and dad. Family and friends are now stepping up to care for the kids for however long is needed.
I'm okay, like really, really okay, because our kids are good. We have a lot of friends reaching out, a lot of people reaching out, asking if we need help. And because of that village, I'm okay.
So Kiara and Tony say they've already spent a considerable amount of money to extend their stay there in Dubai. While they are okay financially right now, not everyone in their group is as fortunate. 2 of the couples on the trip have launched a GoFundMe to help cover these unexpected expenses. If you would like to make a donation, you can.
Declaring a state of emergency starting tomorrow. This comes after chaos erupted during the start of spring break last weekend. With more unsanctioned events expected this weekend, city officials are working to keep the beaches safe. West 2's Pamela Combe explains the youth curfew and what locals have to say in response.
After thousands of people flooded Daytona Beach for an unsanctioned event last weekend, leading to chaos in parts of the city, leaders voted to take action. Some locals are welcoming the city of Daytona Beach's new curfew for anyone under 18.
I think that's pretty awesome. I think we definitely need that. That should actually be in place all the time.
Starting Friday and for the next 7 days, all minors will have to be at home by 8 p.m. until 5 a.m. the following morning. The curfew applies only within the special event zone stretching from University Boulevard to Silver Beach. This curfew won't apply to minors who are with their parents, who are playing in their front yard, or going to and from work. In the meeting, Police Chief Jakari Young says he has more ideas for future years on how to get the crowds under control, from placing an age limit on Airbnbs to requiring mandatory security guards at bars. But he says it's up to the city commission to decide how strict they want to be, giving examples of what other cities are doing during spring break.
So Miami Beach just flat out said, you are not welcome at all. We don't want you here. Everything's shut down. Panama City Beach is looking at managing it, but zero tolerance.
The city's hoping this curfew helps reduce the crowds. All agencies are still preparing, including beach safety, because the massive crowds increase the number of calls that come in.
Inside of those big groups, we'll have smaller units staged so we can respond quickly. We do have an established emergency lane that we try and traverse throughout the day to keep people out of, but with that many people, it's difficult to get through in an expeditious manner.
Covering Volusia County in Daytona Beach, Pamela Combe, West 2 News.
In 7 days, when the curfew expires, the city commission has the option to hold a special meeting and extend it for another week.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory and praises to my power, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rakaha, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Those worthy for double honors that rule well and taught us His truth. To you, want to say shalom, and shalom to the hopeful elect, similar to the four corners of the earth. That's also praising the names of Yahawah or Yahawashi. To you, I want to say shalom. This is your brother Nakah, coming with another edifying lesson, Lord willing, as well as being exalting. And you see the two videos in the beginning. The first video I have for about 2 weeks now. I'm just not getting around to it. And the second video was recent at Daytona Beach. But the Spirit got me to make this video because I made another video about, let's go to it. Let's go to it. 2 weeks ago, fishes that are taken in the evil net. And that's about these people who are stuck in Dubai. Now, there are more couples that are stuck in Dubai. You see what I'm saying? And you see how she's talking about, we was there just to have fun, her and her husband. But see, it ain't the right time for that, you see? Because you should know what times that we in. This is the book of Sirach 18, verse 27. This is the same spirit that people had before the flood came. They're not being circumspect or nothing at all. This is the book of Sirach 18, verse 27. A wise man will fear in everything. You see, and that's how we fear. We know what times we're in. We know that we redeeming the times for the times of evil. We are, repenting back and, and begging for our sins to be washed. Because we know what time we are. We're in the time of judgment. You see, and prophecies is coming to pass. And in the day of sinning, he will beware of his offense. But a fool will not observe the time. And that's what these people doing. And the second video on the beach, it's majority of jakes out there partying. You see what I'm saying? In that mirth spirit. You see what I'm saying? They're not really locked in for real. And not redeeming the times. You see what I'm saying? And those four couples, they're in the same spirit. To have fun, to have a good time spirit. If you was watching diligently and you was praying and watching and seeking and listening to the prophets, you would know that it was a war going on in the Middle East. You would have canceled that flight. But you see, you would not observe the time. You see what I'm saying? Every man understand no wisdom, and he would give praise unto him that found her. And her is that Sophia, the wisdom. You see? You get that from Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. And a lot of you people, y'all not moving with wisdom and understanding because the prophets has been telling you these warnings and you have not been listening. You see? But now, it's all going to blow up in your face now. Because what you've been doing in your period, let's go to it. Let's go to Proverbs 1. Because now we laugh at shit like that. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. 26. And I will also laugh at your calamity, and I will mock where your fear cometh. Yeah, she talking about it's all good now, but they still over there. They probably still over there. You see? And those jakes, they could be in a party spirit right now, but watch till the missiles and martial law and shutdown happen over here. You ain't gonna be laughing now. You gonna wish that you was listening to the prophets and return it back to the Lord. You see what I'm saying? What's that, book of Sirach 5 and 8? So, 5 and 7. Let's start at 7. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarry turn to the Lord, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord, Yahawah, bahasham, shall come forth, and our security, and I shall be destroyed, and perish the day of vengeance. You're right. Because you jakes are not in the right spirit. Y'all in a folly spirit. You see what I'm saying? You in that spirit, I want to have fun. Let me live my life spirit. But we're not in those times right now. You see? Let's go to Ephesians 5, man. One of my top scriptures I like reading, man, because you got to realize Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. See, then you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Let's go to the word circumspectly. Let's see what it means.
Strong's G 199. Akribos. Akribos.
Akribos. Exactly, accurately, diligently. You see what I'm saying? Let's go to the root word. Exact, careful of the strictest section, the most precise and rigorous in interpretation of the Mosaic law, and observe even more many precepts and law and traditions. And that's the master you need to be. You need to be into prophecy. You don't need to be in a folly. You see what I'm saying? And going down. Now, it's a time and place for all of that, but this is a time for war. It's a time to be locked in, and get ready what's to come. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 16. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And I believe it was a shooting at Daytona Beach. I didn't think I got that clip inside there. But it was a shooting up there too. You see everybody running away. You see what I'm saying? That was just one of the clips. A bunch of jakes on the beach, just, And we got the beach down here too in Virginia, oceanfront. It get wild like that too. About 5-6 people got shot up here on about a month ago, 3 weeks ago. And it was just one warm day, you see what I'm saying? Now it's curfew over there. You see what I'm saying? Jake not understanding. You're not fair. You don't understand what times you're in. You see what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and go to Ecclesiastes 3. Well, we can read. We just want to read. But I don't know where to start. Well, let's just read. Let's start at 1. To everything there's a season and there's time to every purpose under heaven. You see? And I ain't gonna read the whole thing, but you can see it's a purpose and time for everything. Let's just read 4. A time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, a time to dance. And then let's skip down to 8. A time to love, and a time to hate, and a time of war, and a time of peace. We're in a time of war right now. You see what I'm saying? We're in the spiritual war, and then you see the prophecies going off. So you have to be in a certain mindset, Let's go to 1 Peter 4. 17. So this is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And you go to Ezekiel 9, and I believe verse 3. It says, I will start at my sanctuary first. And it first began at us, which is who? The Israelites. You see what I'm saying? We are the Most High chosen people. And shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? You see? So, for the time has come that their judgment will come. The time when stuff pop off, you see what I'm saying? What was you doing with your grace period? Was you seeking out the Lord? Was you repenting? Was you asking for forgiveness? Was you begging? Was you being circumspect in His grace period? No, there's a lot of people, they got this folly demon on them. They're very carnal-minded. And what's carnal-minded? Carnal-minded is death. They don't seek out the Lord, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. They seek out their own will. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 6, verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. But they that are after the Spirit do the things of the Spirit. Yeah, because that's fleshy movement right now. You know what times you need to be in. You shouldn't be in no big crowds and going out as much. You should be, watching and praying diligently. You see what I'm saying? You Akim and Akwaf out there. Now, we're not saying be in the house locked up, but be more circumspect in how you move in these latter days, man. You got these false flags going on, these terrorist teas going on. You need to know where you be, even at the workplace. Be more circumspect, you know. Hey, if you feel like the spirit put on you not to go to work, don't go to work. You see what I'm saying? You know, hey, you never know what could pop off, man. That's why you always gotta be prayed up. Romans chapter 8, verse 6. For to be carnal minded is death, but to be spiritual minded is life and peace. Right? And then at the scripture in Isaiah 33, wisdom and stability would be there at that times. Isaiah 33, verse 6, and the wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of that times, ensure my salvation, and the fear of the Lord, Yahawah, bahasham, is his treasure. Let's go to the word stability. You know, like that word I went to the last time. It's to be firmness, fidelity, steadfastness and steadiness, tags, faithfulness, true, faithful, offense, faithful, faith, stability, steady, truly, verily. You see, we go to the root word, faithfulness and trusting. You see what I'm saying? To have faith in these days to come, you know, to be more locked in, be more vigilant, you see, and not be in this folly mindset. Let's go to a scripture I'm trying to think. Proverbs 15, verse 21. Get a few more precepts and close it out. Folly is joy to him that is destined of wisdom, but a man understanding walk up walk up uprightly. Let's get another version. NLT. Foolish brings joy to those with no sense. A sensible person stays on the right path. Yeah, because a sensible person, he know what time he's in. You see, do not the scripture say that the more knowledge increase, the more sorrow? Let me see. I think that's in the book of Ecclesiastes. I ain't been there in a minute. Let me see something. I can't remember where it's at. Oh, yeah, here we go, yeah. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18. I'm going to start at 17. I'm going to start at 16. I commend with my own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to a great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people for us a place. Yet my heart had a great experience of wisdom and knowledge. And I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this is also affects on the spirit. And this is King Solomon basically saying that all the carnal things do not benefit the spirit. You see what I'm saying? It was worthless. For much wisdom is much grief. He that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. So this is the master you need to be in. You know, wisdom, when I go back to Proverbs 15 and 21, that's the master you need to be in, because the more you in this knowledge, the more you understand that you're in captivity and you're redeeming the times, you see. Proverbs 15 verse 21 in NOT. Foolish brings joy to those with no sense, but a sensible person stays on the right path. And what's that right path? It's that straight gate. And that's the only way the elect is going to walk. You see what I'm saying? Let's get one more and close it out. Let's get Proverbs 19 and 29. The majority of people, they heard about the Hebrew Israelites, what's going on. Let's get this. Proverbs 19, verse 29. Judgments are prepared for scorners and strokes for the back of fools. And that's what's going to happen. When judgments come, they're going to get beat with a lot of stripes, man, especially the ones who know the truth. Punishment is made for mockers, and the backs of fools are made to be beaten. So they're going to look foolish, man, in Jacob's trouble. You know, these days to come, they just getting locked up and thrown out. And then they're going to remember what was they doing with their grace period, man. The whole time I was doing the grace period was a bunch of folly. And I repent back and doing demonic stuff, man. that's what they do in that grace period. But that's mainly it, man. So, Lord willing, if I let you edify, you get something from it, I'm going to close it out. I want to give all glory and praise to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rakaha Kodash, Shalom.